If you don't think mentally and you're in the best place to make a decision for your life, continue doing the hard work and executing. And as you get past that temporary pain, when you get a clear state of mind, then you need to make that decision on what adjustments you want to make. But anytime that there's emotion involved, you do not want to make a decision that could change the rest of your life.
I'm in the big leagues, told them don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now. So I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball. Just too quick for it, peeling off like the whip orange.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Do Good Movement. Our purpose here is to make a positive impact in our society through real life education. The movement comes into play when you guys share the content to help other people do good just like you. Welcome back. Thank you guys for doing your part, sharing the show, connecting it with your family and friends. It means a lot to me. And as I just said, we're here to make society better. We're gonna get real and just kind of reflecting on my life in the last year and some of the ups and downs I had and how I'm gonna be able to connect this to you right now. And I think that's the point of this podcast here, because it's real life stuff. And, my job here is to go and pave the way and learn the thing here or two along the way and come back here and teach you and hopefully don't go down the same bumpy road and pick the paved one. Help speed some things up. I want to talk about outlasting the temporary. And what I mean by that is every win can become a loss. And every loss can become a win. And if you're so focused on the temporary, things could change very, very quickly. And what I mean by that is if you're winning today, and whatever you want to call it, right? If you're winning and you get so caught up that you're ahead and you get so caught up that things are working and you're the one, you're the man, you're the woman, what would end up happening there is you could easily walk down or fall down to a loss because you believed in this temporary part of time that you've made it and the deal's done. When the truth is the deal is never done unless you continue to put work into what's going on. And you own that, guys. You own that, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And if you could look past today, if you could look past this current win and say, I need to repeat this. I need to get better at this. What can I learn at that? You're going to build identity. You're going to build the behaviors to go ahead and play that game every single day, no matter if you're winning or losing. And your actions are going to equal a result that's sustainable where you're going to continue to win. So now going on the other side of that, when I said, hey, every loss could become a win. You guys have all experienced things in your life where you went through great struggle. If that's in your relationships, if that's in business, if that's in health, whatever that might be, you guys have been through a lot of loss. And I'm sure a lot of you could reflect when I'm talking right now. There's probably something that's coming into your mind that you're like, yeah, this time in my life was very hard. Well, how's your life today? Is it still very hard, or have you went past that? I'm sure a lot of you listening have been able to tie this hard part of your life and look back and be like, man, I'm so grateful I'm not there anymore. I've got past that. Some of you might be living in this today as I'm talking, where you just got some bad news. You just got served some hard shit, and you're trying to figure out how you see another day, how you see past this going on in your life. That pain, that suffering, what you're going through today, guys, I know it's going to be extremely hard, comprehending this, but that pain is temporary. That pain's going to go away. You got to massage that muscle, though, and you got to control what you can control. You got to take action there to be able to change that result. And if you could mentally understand what you're going through today does not define who you are tomorrow, who you're going to be in your future, you will surpass that. And so what you need to do is you need to tie your emotion to who you can be, not who you are. You got to vision what your life can look like, not what it looks like today. That is the only way to get through the temporary pain, the temporary loss, and to go get that win. If you harp on the shit that's going on wrong in your life today, the shit you can't control today, well, guess what tomorrow's going to look like? The same shit, okay? And that's going to happen in life. Nobody came and said you're going to have a perfect life. That's the whole point. It's how do we respond to the things that are going on a daily basis, and how do we execute through those challenge times? You are being challenged today to show yourself, to show others on what you have inside of you. And those voices inside your head that are saying, hey, this is hard. This is what your life's going to look like. You cannot listen to that, guys. You need to look outwards, and you need to listen to the good voices in your head, and you need to look at the things you have accomplished, and you need to look at the past pain you've had and how you've got through it, and look at this the same way. Yeah, every situation's different. Some pain's greater than others. But if you could look at it through that lens I'm talking about, is it's just pain, and this is where I'm going to persevere and push through that pain, you will end up on the other side, on the better side. You cannot let time go by and you end up sitting in the same spot with the same thoughts. So as you're going through this battle in your head of the current pain, the current loss you're going through, you need to make a decision very quickly and say, do I like this feeling? Do I like this mental feeling of how I'm thinking, what I'm processing right now, or do I picture myself living a better life and thinking better thoughts? Because it is extremely possible. If you guys are new to this, it's going to be a new story to you. If you guys have been listening to this for some time, you're going to understand because I've talked about it. It's been like 7 months when I had to go through a little bit of physical pain. And I snapped my pec muscle completely off of my tendon. My pec fell down. And I've been exercising for, at this point, a little over 3 years straight, and have made a massive transformation in my body. And 1,000 reasons why I did that, but I made a big transformation there. And this pain happened to me, and I lost really the movement of my arm. I was in very, very bad shape, pain-wise, for about a month till I could get surgery. And the first thing that came to my head when I was facing this time was, I did all this work for my life to end up here. And even though it's just exercise, is mentally a lot on me, because I have categorized my life and said, if I exercise, I could be happy. Exercise is what fuels my success. Exercise is the hardest thing in my day, and if I accomplish that, I could accomplish anything. So there's a lot. My whole life was weighing on this whole exercise thing. And I got my exercise was done in the morning, and then that happened, towards the end of the day. And I had, it really messed me up for through the rest of the evening. And I woke up in the morning and I said, does this define me? Does this pain I'm going through right now, that I know that there's great doctors out there that are going to heal me, that there's a vision to make this better, am I going to let this define who I am today and possibly change all the hard work I put in physically and mentally to execute this and say, well, this happened, that's it, that's the end of the road for me, we'll see what it looks like when surgery's done? Or am I going to look at this pain and say, Dylan, you've been working hard for this moment, you're challenged right now, and what you do with this challenge is that's what's going to dictate the rest of your life and how you persevere. And I took it as, even though it's body pain, I cannot let that stop me, because if I accept that temporary pain to stop me, I'm going to let that temporary pain in other parts of my life stop me from doing bigger and greater things that I need to do to go serve society and go serve my family. So that next day, I woke up and I exercised. And I exercised every day. I didn't miss 1 day of exercise. Pre-surgery, I'm strapped up. I have videos and different things like that on the stair climber, drenched in sweat before my surgery. Went and had surgery. Next day is doing lunges for probably like 3/4 of a mile, right? Out there for 40 minutes. So massive, massive physical pain. But I had, I don't know what you want to say. I guess the the knowledge or the reflection to take a pause right there and say, this is a turning point in my life, and what do I want my future to look like? And I picked the future of I'm going to outlast this temporary pain, and I'll make that decision later. If you guys can just push that decision making at a later date and take your emotion out of it currently, you're going to end up in a hell of a lot better place. But when you're facing that loss and you're facing that pain, any decision that you make during that time can really dictate a lot of things in your life. And so if you don't think mentally and you're in the best place to make a decision for your life, continue doing the hard work and executing. And as you get past that temporary pain, when you get a clear state of mind, then you need to make that decision on what adjustments you want to make. But anytime that there's emotion involved, you do not want to make a decision that could change the rest of your life. I know a lot of you guys have faced pain, if it's through a relationship, if it's through a family loss, if it's through financial loss, and you're probably looking at your life right now and saying, is this life, worth living? And I'm telling you here today, guys, it is worth living. And even though you struggle to see that today, it's because you're in this temporary pain piece that is numbing your mind on all the other good things, and it's making you focus on this pain. And you need to find the strength somewhere, guys, to push past that. And the only way I've found the strength to push past that is saying, there's probably going to be a day and a time in my life I don't remember how painful this is. But today I'm living in that moment. But in 3 years from now and 5 years from now, I'm not going to remember this pain the way it was. So why don't I be a good steward to myself, and I continue to execute and I continue to push past this, and let me thank myself later. And so I will sign up for the shittiest shit on a daily basis, because I know that's just what life looks like sometimes, and it's going to do me massive favors, and it's going to feed me in the later years of my life. And I'm going to be thankful that I took the sacrifice. That is the only way to win, guys. I don't know if you have noticed this with yourself or not. There are a lot of great sacrifices you need to make along the way to get to where you need to go. There's no way to get there clean. There's going to be some shit that happens, and you have to be willing to sacrifice certain things to get to where you need to go. And so if you guys could do me one favor with this, is look at your life and look at where you're facing pain. Look at where you're facing loss. And I want you guys to shut your eyes right now and vision what your life will look like later. Take that pain away and act like it's no longer there. Act like those bills aren't there. Act like that person's still here today that might have passed away. Envision what your life will look like later. And then you're going to focus on that. Stop thinking about today and that pain. I want you to focus on the future and what your life's going to look like in a very short period of time with the actions you take. You need to build that practice every single day. Set alarms in your clock, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, to remind yourself on the life you're creating, and to remind yourself that you are going to go through a hard time to get to the life you want. But there will be a day that life's going to show up for you because of the work you put in, and you're going to be a happy motherfucker. You just got to make it there. You could do it. You've already done it many times in different things in your life. This is just a different situation. It's the same actions that you need to take to get the result that you need, which is that better life. But you need to make that commitment to yourself, and you cannot ever break that commitment. Because once you break that commitment, you're going to build that bad behavior, and when shit gets really hard, you're going to start breaking those commitments, and you'll never get out of it. So once you make that commitment, go through it. You're going to go through this whole freaking roller coaster, but you will get to the end. And the best part about this is you built a skill set and a behavior that you're never going to have to think about again, because your body and your mind is going to automatically execute without you having to think about it. Don't believe me? Think about this. You remember when you're 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 7, I don't know. When you're a kid and your parents say, hey, brush your teeth before bed, brush your teeth in the morning. You know how, like, it was a pain in the ass back then. It's like, man, I got to go brush my teeth right now? Come on, right? And you battled this, right? Because you're learning a new behavior. Well, whatever age you are, fast forward 20, 30, 40 years later, you just wake up and brush your teeth as normal, right? Imagine, you know, when you're used to summer breaks and all that stuff, and then you got your first job and you're missing out, hanging out with your friends or doing what you want to do. You remember how hard that was? They're like, fuck, dude, I really want to go to work right now. And thank God we had people in our life to push us to go do that, as I'm doing here today with you. Now you wake up and you go to work and you get it done and you execute it. That you built that behavior. So with what you're going through today, you're just facing another one of those hard times that you need to make it through, and that behavior is going to become natural, and you will not have to ever think about that again. When I talked to you a second ago and I said I've worked out for almost 4 years straight, I don't have to think about working out. I don't have to have an alarm set to work out. I work out every single day, and I bust my freaking ass in the gym, and I don't even feel the pain because I am so used to it. And I could smile through it, and I could be happy, and I could enjoy the results of that hard work. And so go through it, and it's going to form you. And when you form this new identity and do these different things, it's weird, it's uncomfortable, it fucking sucks, man. I'm transparently speaking, it sucks. But it only sucks temporarily. It only sucks for a little bit. And then soon the results start coming, and soon you don't even think about the work that you're having to put in to live that life you've been envisioning for a long time. Guys, I'm not speaking some weird shit here. I'm speaking through experiences. Every day of my life I face some type of shit. But I built that mentality, what I'm talking about today, where I just chalk it up to be temporary, and I'll do whatever it takes and execute. And next thing you know, I'm on the other side. And, you know, you guys look at me and you're like, well, you're Dylan, right? You got all this shit. Dude, guys, I deal with shit just like you do, just probably on a different level. So as the good things in my life are on a different level, the shit things in my life are on a higher level too. So it's an equal balance, good and bad's always going to be there. But if you keep your eyes focused on the good and understand that there's a path to get to the good, and it's going to be a hard path, and you're going to have some bruises along the way, but you'll find the good, you're going to get the good. But if you focus here on the bad and say it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, well, guess what? Your life's going to continue to equal bad. And so you got two options here, and they're both going to be hard, but one has a better result in the end, and that's focusing on the right things, on the good things, and you guys could do it. I'm not here selling any kind of shit. I'm out here talking to you out of my heart because I love you guys, and I've been able to make a lot of great changes in my life and in other people's life, and that's my service to you is I'm just here to make a difference in your life and help you through, a struggle that you might be going through. And if it's not you, there's somebody that's connected to you that needs to hear this message today, and I'm just flipping on some light switches in people's life where it turns around and you guys could go live the life you want, vision your life where you want it to be. And I promise you it is extremely possible. It's going to be extremely difficult to get there. That's okay. It's temporary. Pass through that and go live the life that you deserve. I love you guys.